The rail environment is one of the most powerful advertising environments that out of home has to offer, but it's hard to appreciate just how powerful it can be without experiencing it firsthand. Now, you may not have the time to visit your local station, a major London terminus, so what we've set out to do with the video you're now watching is enable you to experience firsthand the power of all the various rail advertising formats that Titan has to offer as we go on a journey from where we are now at Clapham Junction through a major London terminus station and back. So en route we will take a look at all of the various options on offer and learn about the benefits that each has, starting with this spotlight panel here. Now, spotlight panels like these are obviously square, backlit, high quality, platform based, located across termini and major stations in London and the South East, key stations for that London commute. And rail is the main form of commuting for all London workers in central and inner London. So the spotlight is very aptly aimed. Absolutely, it puts your brand firmly in the spotlight for these London commuters. So that's the first site type we'll encounter on our journey. One of the first site types we'll look at will be the 6-sheet, such as this one at the foot of the stairs here. This is a scrolling 6-sheet in a great head-on location, really well positioned to benefit from high levels of footfall through this busy feeder station. We'll see more of these later on when we arrive in central London. Onto the train and on into central London. As we leave Clapham Junction, we'll shortly encounter the Clapham Colossus, the largest backlit site in Europe, a great prestige way to deliver cut-through and standout. We'll now continue our journey onward and into Victoria, one of the busiest terminus stations in the capital. Once we arrive, we'll move through the station, taking a closer look at the various formats and site types on offer to really engage with commuters and other station users at both ends of the day. So we've now arrived at Victoria Station, one of London's busiest rail termini. 375,000 people each day use this station. And we've just alighted on the platform on our way to work. So what's the first site type we encounter? Well, as we leave the platform, we see a limelight. Now, limelights offer more impact and standout than any other platform-based national termini opportunity. They're backlit sites in great standalone locations at platform entry and exit points, so you have the opportunity to put your brand in front of travellers on their way into and out of major cities, making it front of mind at a point when they really can do something about whatever it is you're trying to put across to them. First sight you see as you leave the train, and therefore the first advertising point at the station. The next site type we'll talk about, just past these 6 sheets, is the D6, digital 6-sheet, one of the newest formats on offer at terminus rail stations. D6s are a new and innovative way to capture the imagination of London's rail audience. The new high-definition screens are in the best locations across all major London termini, ensuring high footfall and maximum engagement. They're built for the environment and a Wi-Fi network for up-to-date copy changes, and really, as you can see, you can't miss them as you head off the platform. These D6 screens reach people in between work and play when other activities are on their mind, whether it's going on holiday, their finances, or just what they're having for breakfast or dinner. And of course there's a great opportunity to change and tailor the copy to be appropriate for whatever might be on people's minds at the time. We like to think of it as a modal site type. Okay, we've now passed through the ticket barriers and we're out on the concourse, one of the busiest parts of the station. And as we leave the station, we simply can't miss the backlight in front of us now. And it's fairly typical of the backlights you'll find in the major rail terminus stations. City centre backlights are premium format in the busiest central locations right across the UK. And as you can see, these unmissable sites are in elevated positions in major concourses in the highest footfall areas for maximum visibility and exposure. So they'll ensure products are presented in the best quality way, reflecting the eminence of the brand. These advertising sites will ensure any brand stands out and is noticed by prestigious London commuters and leisure travellers alike. So one backlight on its own is obviously highly visible and very prestigious, but it's worth having a look at what you might see when you return to the station on your evening commute. And if we look across to the wall opposite, we'll see 3 backlights alongside each other, offering all the benefits of the one we've just seen, but with even more creative flexibility. And this cluster is in the ideal location to reach travellers doing some last-minute shopping before their train leaves. And shopping is key at rail terminus stations. Increasingly, they're more than just travel hubs. They're retail destinations as well. There's been major investment in the development of rail stations over the years, which now means there are more retail outlets than ever. 25% of people who visit stations are not there to travel. And proximity advertising will ensure that your message is received at the ideal time if you're trying to persuade travellers or even station visitors to buy your product in one of these retail locations. 91% of station shopping involves impulse buying, so it's an essential location to influence quick purchases. We know that 59% of Liverpool Street Station users buy food there every day, and the boot stores in rail terminus stations have the highest footfall of any boot stores across the whole of the UK. This brings us to the end of the first stage of our daily commute. Shortly, we'll look at what we might see at the station on returning home in the evening.